Hey everyone, it's Lori from Scraps by Sissy. Oh my goodness, what's going on here? I knew this was going to be a crapshoot today. You're looking at my ceiling. Hang on a second, let me see if I can figure out how to switch this around. Oh, there we go. See what happens when you don't come around very often anymore? Whoops. Oh, goodness gracious. Happy Thursday, everyone. Let's take a minute and let me see if I can find the video. Yeah, this is liable to be quite the shenanigan show today. Oh, yeah, there we are. Oh, no, we're not upside down. Okay, so, yeah, here we are. Yay! If you hear some banging around, Larry's out in the garage. Thank you very much, honey. Yeah, so let me show you what I threw together for today, because I really wasn't going to do much, and then I thought, it's been a while, so I probably should do this. It's my alternates for the October Paper Pumpkin Kit. I know it's been like 3 months since I did any alternative projects. Bad. Here's the first one we're going to create here shortly, and it's using one of the gift bags in the kit. There's the inside envelope, and then this is using one of the card bases. I'll show you what I was playing around with yesterday, and I thought for a minute to do this, but if you remember a little while ago, my friend Andrea put on a Create Your Own DSP class, and I played around with it. Looking at this now, I think I should have chosen a different color besides pumpkin pie for the pumpkins, but what are you going to do? Yeah, so that's what I came up with for that, but I'm not comfortable enough with that technique yet to do it on camera. I got to practice a little more. Yeah, what can I say? Know your limitations, right? And that is definitely mine. Excuse me. Dry throat. Windy outside. Okay, oh, and there's Chloe barking over here. Okay, so I'll put that away. I didn't even do the insides of those cards yet. Excuse me. Yeah. So, I didn't even bring the kit over because I'm sure by now you've seen the elements that are in that kit. The die cuts, those are my favorite parts. There are some gold, well, you can see I used the gold elements here. Excuse me, goodness gracious. Anyway, I used some of the gold elements in here, and it's kind of hard to see. I don't know if you can see it in this, aside from the gold foiling, but I did use some gold ink. We used to carry it a long time ago, but yeah, I thought that when I was finished with the entire sheet, the 8.5 by 11, it really looked pretty as far as the gold. I need to work on this, like I said. But yeah, I kind of like the way those turned out, except for the pumpkins. That was the one thing I didn't like, but we are our own worst critics. So let's get started with today's projects. Okay, so we'll start with this one. It is a Lost Lagoon card base, cut at 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then I have a piece of Early Espresso, and it is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to cut the bag down, I'll show you how to do that here in a second, to 3 3/4 by 5. And this is the bag here, a little treat bag. I used them for one of my pillow gifts for my retreat last weekend. And then I had one left over. Good thing, because I had to steal one of those die cuts. What's going on with my computer here? Oh, I hope that's not any indication. Oh, my phone's dipping. Looks like I lost my connection. I hope that didn't mean that with the phone. Our internet has been real squirrely lately. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this bag open. Chloe, don't. And so we can get in there and trim that right here. Okay, so that opens the bag. And we're going to cut right on the score lines. Let me move this stuff here. Yeah, you can tell Lori's out of practice. She's got a mess going on here, and she just started. Okay, so I did bring my trimmer over, and I'm basically going to cut right on the score line. Right there. Hi, Beth, how are you? I was wondering if you were going to be able to see me. My camera on my laptop is just spinning, but my phone seems to be doing okay, so who knows. Like I said, our internet here has not been the best lately. Okay, so I'm going to cut this right there, and then this is at, oh, it's actually 3.5 by, I'm going to cut that down to 4 3/4. So let's trim that, and I also want to trim a piece for the inside of the card. This one seemed to be the best. No, let's just go with this one. Yep, we're off to a good start. Okay, so my inside layer is going to be 3 3/4 by 5, and I want to make this just a 3/4 inch strip. Let's make sure this is 5 inches. Nope, so we'll have to cut that down to 4 3/4 too. So, as you can tell, I didn't even do a blog post for this. This is just, you know, shooting from the hip as usual. Okay, we'll set that aside. Oh, we're going to have to trim this portion here. Yep. So this is going to need to be 3 3/4 by 5. There we go. Now let's check this one out. This one is, we want to make, well, you know what? I'm going to do this going this way so that it fits at the bottom. I'm just winging it, folks. Like I said, it's been a while. You just never know what's going to happen around here. Okay, so I'm going to start with my stamping first. And I'm going to use Early Espresso. And let's see, we've got With Love and Gratitude. I went ahead and mounted my stamps. Thought that might be easier, but you never know with me. Here we go, With Love and Gratitude. Move that aside. So I just want to ink that up. I did bring, what did I do with it? Oh well, I don't know. I was looking for my Stampin' Pierce mat. We're just going to stamp this right at the bottom, just like that. Okay? And then we're going to glue this to the Early Espresso layer. I'm doing improv. You know what? Fake it till you make it, Beth. Just going to give it a shot. Like I said, I'm way out of practice, so that could always mean a whole lot of shenanigans. Excuse me. So now I'm going to add some adhesive to the back, and I want to add some linen thread. And this piece doesn't have a score mark there, so I'm good. That's why I added the linen thread on the other one. Oops, I'm going to tuck that in a little bit tighter into the adhesive. And I'm using Seal Plus. I'm sorry, the Stampin' Seal. And I'll bring this around so that I want it to cross over kind of a little bit farther down. There we go, close enough. Probably shouldn't push my luck today. Okay, so we'll add that to our Lost Lagoon card base. And just I have my bone folder over here, our A bone folder. Oh, I do. Look at that. I'll make that a nice crisp fold. And we'll add him on here like so. Make sure it's somewhat straight anyway. Looks a little There we go, much better. Just, bless her heart. Okay, so we got that down. Now it's just adding our die cuts, which I absolutely love the die cuts in this. I wish I could just buy the die cuts. I didn't want everything else. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some seal to one edge, and I'm going to attach that to my leaves. And then I'm going to add some seal to the back of this. Hope I'm in the shot. Yeah, I am. Yeah, my laptop is just over here spinning, so it's completely useless. As usual, right? Okay, so we'll stick that there. And now I'm going to just add a little bit more so that I can add I think these are eucalyptus leaves, maybe? I don't know. Alright, so we'll bring this over. Let's bring this guy down a little bit. There. Bring him over, like so. And now we'll add some dimensionals. Pop him on the card. And then I'll add my bling. I'm using the Festive Pearls for my bling. You know, the outside of the package calls them red and green, but the red's more like cherry cobbler and the green is more like Lost Lagoon. Now, here they are. I'll just add some of the green ones, like so. I'll put another one over here. And I want to add a bow and tuck that in, although I added my die cuts too far over, so that's okay. We'll make it work. No mistakes, only room for embellishments, right? Okay, so there's my bow. Straighten him out a little bit. I was trying to do one of those really long loopy bows when I did this card yesterday. Yeah, not really too good at those. Guess I need more practice. So I'm going to add my bow. I'm going to add it right here, right at the top, just like so. There. Show you the difference of the two. Okay, not too bad. So for the inside, where's my layer? What did I do with it? Ah, here we go. What did I put on the inside anyway? Oh yes, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to add this little piece at the bottom. And then just like that. Okay. And then I think he's over here. Add that to my block. Add my thanks there. And then hopefully this is straight. There you go. Now I'll add him to the inside of the card. Just like so. And the card is done. Yeah, that turned out really pretty. Now I want to stamp those, whatever those leaves are, I want to stamp them in Lost Lagoon on the envelope. And I brought this over so I'm not stamping on my table. Let's move this stuff out of the way. Typical Lori. She's got 4 foot of space here and she's only using about 12 inches. Okay, so I'll just stamp this right there. Oh, beautiful. That turned out good. So our first card's done. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, now on to the second one. So this one, I put this together in about 5 minutes this morning because I only had the one card done, thinking I was going to make that DSP. So let's see how we can how we do with this one. And I'm using Pretty Peacock, this desk. Let's close this up because we know what's going to happen there. This happened to be one of my favorite paper pumpkin kits, Beth. And like I said earlier, we did use all the just about all the bags for our retreat pillow gifts. And I guess I should order some more. I wanted the refills on it. Okay, so this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, or 4 1/4 by 11, and I've scored it at 5 1/2. I'm going to cut off 2 3/4 inches to make my flap. Okay, just going to set these aside. Now, I'm taking one of the card bases. They are, I think they're 3 1/2. Yes, 3 1/2. They make a 3 1/2 inch square card. So I'm going to cut it at 4. I'm not going to worry about the score mark because we're going to hide that with our twine. This is going to be 2 1/2. And then we're going to use this piece also on that front flap. So I think that's all we need this for. Set it aside so I don't trip over it. So I'm just going to glue this on my flap and set it aside. Just like this. Okay. So this piece again is 2 1/2 by 4, 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. Now, I'm going to stamp. This is going to go on the front of our card, and I'm just going to stamp those leaves again. But I'm going to stamp off because I don't want them to be real bold. I'm just going to come in and do just like that. Most of it's going to be hidden anyway. I just want a little bit of the stamped images. And then I'm going to add this on here. And that's just to bring in that designer series paper off the card. Get that on there, just like so. Okay, now we'll add this to that flap. Just like that. Okay, so now I want to go ahead and decorate this. We're going to need, let's see, where's that? There's that score mark. Okay, so you're going to only add adhesive to the left side anyway so that you don't close the card up. So I'll bring my twine around right over that score mark. Okay, I'm going to close that up a little bit. And cut that. Okay, so we can go ahead and add him to the front. Just like so. Okay. So now I'm going to get my die cuts out, or not. Did I forget my die cuts? Oh, guess what I forgot? Oh, okay. Let me grab my kit. Hang on a second. I ran out of that one particular die cut. Oh, I did. I set it up here, so I'm okay. So the one treat holder that I had left over, I went ahead and stole this die cut because I am out of that particular die cut. I do have some of the pumpkins, so I can use those. I'll just add this to the top. Okay, here we go. And even though that little edge tore, you're not even going to see that part. Okay, so we'll set him aside for a minute. Now, I want to use that new, what is that, heartfelt hexagon punch to make my label. Now I'm going to stamp that pumpkin in gray granite. And I'm going to stamp off because I want it lighter. And here, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to stamp the envelope. Did I bring an envelope? Of course not. No, yes, I did. No, that's the inside layer. She's a mess this morning. Okay, no envelope. So we're going to stamp our pumpkin just off to the corner there. And then this little teeny pumpkin topper, I'm going to stamp that in, oh, it was Lost Lagoon. But I'm going to stamp that off also. And that just fits right in that little section, just like that. Okay. Now I'm going to stamp my sentiment in Pretty Peacock. And I've lost my laptop, so yeah, I have no idea what everybody's saying, so I will definitely respond when I go back on to edit the video. And if you're watching the replay on my YouTube channel, this is a hot mess, isn't it? Okay, make sure he's straight and get my thanks right across the top there. Now I'm only going to add adhesive to this side so that it sits on the die cut, and then I'm going to add a dimensional to this side. That way it's not lopsided. It'll just fit just like that. Now we're going to add some more of those pretty pearls. Don't these go well with this kit? So pretty. Yeah, they're definitely not green. They are definitely Lost Lagoon. Stick him down here. I'm going to get some more on the other side too. I'll put one here. We will put one without the backing here. Now I'm going to add a quick little bow to finish that off. And this one doesn't need to be as big as the other one. Just like that. And we'll add him with a mini glue dot. Excuse me. Alright, we're just going to put that mini glue dot right on the twine. And add our bow kind of at an angle. There, that front's done. That turned out really nice. Okay, so now for the inside layer, that's what the envelope's supposed to look like. Okay, we're going to come in here. We're going to repeat that front piece of basic white just to add some interest. Stamp him here. And then I want just a little bit, excuse me, down in the corner, like that. We're going to stamp that pumpkin again. Let's see. No, I don't think I got that fully inked. And he's just going to sit right over those leaves. And then add our little topper. Okay. And now we're going to add Grateful for You in Pretty Peacock. Just going to add that right over the pumpkin. Ooh, I like the font in this kit too. It's a very petite font. Put all this stuff away so we can see what we're doing. Move the twine. Get rid of our grid paper. Add him to the inside, and we will be done. The hot mess will be done. Okay. Just like that. Okay. What do you think? I like this one. I really like the way this turned out, even though it was a 5-minute card. And then here's the other two cards we made. Well, I love it. The new punches, yes, I love the size of this new punch, Beth. It's perfect. So I think this is still available on the online exclusives too. That goes with that new heartfelt sayings or something. I haven't even used that stamp set yet. I need to get it out. Okay, we're done. We made it. We survived, sort of. Oh, I thank you so much for stopping by and being patient with me as I try and act like I know what I'm doing here. I hope you have a fabulous Thursday. And if there's anything in, it would just be the inks, I guess, inks and paper, because this kit's already come and gone. That does remind me, the October kit that's coming. Oh, yes, this is the September kit, isn't it? Oops. Bless her heart. The November kit, you can sign up for now, actually coordinates with the October kit, which has got that glitter in it. It's going to be Christmas themed, and it has an add-on, since the November kit is going to be, I think they're boxes, but there's also cards that you can add to it and continue your Christmas card making. Oh, okay, I think I need to go before I make any more word salads here. Excuse me. Okay, you guys have a great Thursday, and thanks for spending time with me. Have a good one. Bye.